Good afternoon, class. Today we'll be doing the interpretation of bar charts and pie charts under data presentation. Interpretation of bar charts and pie charts under data presentation. Now, I want you to look at this question here. The bar chart is already drawn. That's question 2 here. This figure shows the mark distribution for a class test. The marks range from 3 to 9. See the marks from 3 to 9. Here you have the number of students on your vertical axis. The first question is, how many students took the test? If you want to know the number of students that took the test, this is what you do. You make your table this way for marks, number of students. Then for 3 marks, there are 2 students. Look at it. 2 students. You write 2. You continue. For 4 marks, there are 4 students. Look at it. You write it. For 5 marks, this you see 3 students. You write it. You continue. For 6 marks, there are 6 students. For 7 marks, we also have 6 students getting that. For 8 marks, we have just 2 students getting 8 marks. For 9 marks, we have just a student. Look at it. 1. This is 1. Now, after you've done that, you add your frequencies. Add your frequencies together, and that will give you the total number of students. You say 2 plus 4, which is 6. 6 plus 3, which will be 9. 9 plus 6 will give you 15. 15 plus 6, 21. 21 plus 2, 23. 23 plus 1, 24. So we have 24 students in total as the total number of students for E. Now, B. What was the median mark for the test? If you remember in our last class, I told you the median mark will be the middle mark. The mark at the middle. The median mark is the middle mark. The mark at the middle. The scores are already arranged. Now, for you to know the middle mark, you discover the total is 24. So, half of 24 is 12. So, you look for the mark in position 12. And to get that, the simple thing you do is to be adding. You can add from your left this way or from your right this way to where you have 12. And when you do that, you say 2 plus 4, which is 6. I'm going to 12. I've not gotten to 12. 6 plus 3, 9. I've not gotten to 12. By the time you add 9 to 12, to 6, you will have 15, which is even more than 12. That means you've gotten to 12 and exceeded 12. And that mark, having that, is this 6 you have here. And that will be your middle mark. So the middle mark is 6. I want to take it again. You add your frequencies to have 24. Median mark is the middle mark, which means half of 24. The mark in position half of 24, which is mark in position 12. And to get that, you just add 2 plus 4, 6. I've not gotten to 12. 6 plus 3, 9. I've not gotten to 12. 9 plus 6, 15. Then with this, the one, we've even gone beyond 12. That means the mark in the middle is 6, and that is how you answer that particular question. With this, we have interpreted this particular question given to us. Also, I want us to consider this pie chart. The pie chart in figure 14.7 represents 24 hours in the life of a student. See the pie chart. 24 hours in the life of a student. Now, what fraction of the time is spent sleeping? Now, look at the pie chart. The angle for sleeping is 135. So, if you are to find the fraction spent for sleeping, that is number 2 for me. But here is number 3. Fraction spent for sleeping will be angle for sleeping, which is 135 degrees, all over total angle for your circle, which is 360. Angle for sleeping, which is 135 degrees, over your total angle, which is 360. Now, you reduce to lowest term. 45 here, it will give you 3. 45 here, it will give you 8. And that fraction is 3 over 8. That's what you have it to be. Now, the second one, what percentage of the time is spent studying? The percentage of the time that is spent studying. You check studying. Studying we have 48 degrees. Now, if I want to change it to percentage for studying will be angle for studying, which is 48 degrees, over total angles for your circle times 100%. When you are changing anything to percentage, you multiply by 100%. Now, this we cancel this. 12 here 4, 12 here 3. Then we have 40 over 3%. Now, 3 we divide 4 one time, remaining 1. The one we join this to become 10. 3 in 10. 3, remaining 1. That one you put it here over your 3%. So this is what you have that percentage to be. Now, how much time is spent studying? How much time is spent studying? When you check your question, the whole time for the life of that student is 24 hours. So you want to know the time for studying. So time for studying will be angle for studying over total angle times the whole time, which is 24 hours. Angle for studying, look at it, to 48 degrees. Total angle for the circle, 360 degrees, times the total time for the student for his whole life. Now, this will reduce to lowest time. 12 here, 4. 12 here, you have 3, 0. 6 here, 4. 6 here, 5. So we are left with 16 over 5. 5 in 16, it will go 3 times, remaining 1, which is 1 over 5. This you can write in hours, or if you want to express in hours and minutes, you will say 3 hours plus 1 over 5 hours. That will be 3 hours plus 1 over 5 times 60 minutes. 3 hours plus, when you use 5 to divide 60, it gives you 12 minutes. And this you can write as 3 hours, 12 minutes. And that is how you will interpret this. Now, the last question. If 1 hour 20 minutes is spent traveling, calculate the value of x. See, the angle for traveling is x. So if I want to calculate this value for x, remember the time for it is 1 hour 20 minutes. This is what I will do. I'll first change the 1 hour 20 minutes to hours, and that is the same thing as 1 hour plus 20 minutes. That will be 1 hour plus 20 over 60 hours, because 60 minutes will give you 1 hour, and that is 1 hour plus 1 over 3 hours. 20 here 1, 20 here 3, which you can write as 1 number 1 over 3 hours, which is 4 over 3 hours. That's 3 times this plus this. Now, this time is for traveling. Therefore, if I want the time for traveling will be angle for traveling over total angle times the time for the student for his whole life. Remember, you just calculated the time for traveling as 4 over 3. Then equate it to what you got here. 6 here, 4, 6 here, 6 in 36 is 6, in this 0. So 2, 2, 2, 30. I will have 4 over 3 to be 2 times x. It will give you 2x over 30. I can even still divide 15, so that I will have 4 over 3 to be x over 15. Then you cross multiply. This will multiply this to be 4 times 15. This will multiply this to be 3x. Divide through by 3. And when you do that, x becomes 4 times 5, which will give you 20 degrees. And this is how you calculate the time, the angle for traveling. Thank you.